Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rini, this is the Enchanted Planner, and today we are doing a plan with me in my classic vertical for the week of January 30th. We're using Cinderella. Now, I'm excited to announce that today's plan with me is a collab. I had set a goal this year that I want to collab with one new or one other creator in the community once a month. So this month, I'm collabing with plans with Amanda. We've decided to do a Cinderella spread together and see how different our spreads come out. And other than using Cinderella, it's carte blanche on what we use to create the spreads. So after you finish watching here, be sure to head over to Amanda's channel and check out her video. You'll find a link for her video in the description. So as you noticed a few minutes ago, I've got distress inks out as well because I want to incorporate those into the background on the planner pages. So let me preface this with, I'm incredibly sorry that this ended up being a voiceover, but this was a struggle bus spread. Oh my gosh, this was a struggle bus spread. The struggle bus spread. By the time all was said and done, this video was about an hour and 15 minutes long. And that's a little bit excessive for a plan with me, especially when it's a collab. I don't really want new viewers coming over and going, holy crap, it's an hour. Yeah, no, normally my videos are 20 to 30 minutes long. This one just happened to be an absolute struggle bus. So I have Princess Plans out, I have Princess Magic out, I have the colorful boxes for the princesses out as well. And I'm just flipping through because we're gonna grab a few things in here. I'm not fond of the tombstones. You know my feelings on that. I'm not particularly fond of the tombstones. So I bring out one and I cut it up later to use, but other than that, I try to avoid using tombstones as much as I can. So I'm just testing out on a spare sheet of scrap paper, which one I want to use, the inks or the oxide. We're going to use the oxides today. They just had a different and a better feel. And you may or may not be aware, but I did a tutorial not too long ago on using inks within your planner and how you can use them to sort of create all kinds of fun things. I'll link that tutorial in the description. But I love using distress inks. They're a great way to add just a little something something without damaging the planner pages. When I did do the tutorial, there was a few of you that had asked for a second one, which is great. I just have to research and try out which ones would be planner friendly, because like the water resist technique and stuff, I'm a little hesitant to bring water into my planner, to be honest. So I will work on that and get a second tutorial up to follow up on that series. But I love the effect of inks. They're so beautiful and they create just a little bit of depth without being overbearing. So I just cleaned up my blending brush and now we're playing around with placement. So it was funny because after I finished filming this, I'm like, where have I seen this spread before? And then I realized Desiree a couple of years ago did a very similar spread using almost the same stickers. So it must have been stuck in my head. So I can't fully take credit for this video. This video credit would go to inspiration fully from Desiree, even though I did it on a subconscious level. And then I went and pulled up the video and yeah, sure enough, it's pretty similar. So I've got out the original colorful boxes because what I'm struggling with is trying to find colors that are going to match this. That blue is proving incredibly difficult to try and match up. There's not a lot of it in the Disney book either. Well, there's a couple of things, but it's either covered in gold and we're going with silver foil on this as opposed to having large things in it. So one thing I don't like about Happy Planner, if they're going to make coordinating colorful boxes for some of the themes they give us, I really wish they wouldn't put things in the boxes. In particular with the Disney stuff, especially because what happens is they're only licensed to use so many poses of the Disney characters, and other than that, that's all they can use. So they got to get creative on how they use them, which is why they may have like 3 or 4 poses and you'll end up with that in the boxes as well. But I personally would rather they just left stuff out of the boxes and just gave us the decor, and then we can make up our own mind on what we want to put in the boxes, right? So I'm in the Live Love Posh Winter Wonderland book because I'm looking to see if we can incorporate some of these florals for some, I don't know, fun, but I didn't like the look of them. So this poor sticker comes up and down about 3 times, and then I finally decide to replace him with something else because I couldn't make it work. So again, it was an hour and 15 minutes long, people. Like, I haven't done an hour long plan with me, and I don't remember how long it's been. So I've decided now we're not going to use it. We're going back into Mojo's books and we're going to grab this long sidebar sticker. And I was on the fence about this because recently I haven't really been using the sidebar stickers when I've been putting them in there. And I don't particularly like wasting supplies. So it's one of those 6 of one, a half dozen of the other. Because if I put it in there and I don't use it, well, then I feel bad because I didn't use it. But I don't know, it's a tough one. Tell me if y'all deal with that. Like, do you get frustrated if you don't use your stickers to the maximum? I think it's because they're quite costly and I don't want to waste supplies. So it's one of those. At least we got some stickers down. So I'm in the red seasonal, and then we're gonna grab Cheerful Seasons and pull this the snowflakes out of the back as well, because they're pretty much the same snowflakes. And I really wish Happy Planner would give us more silver snowflakes. Like, I love them. They're such a perfect complement for a winter spread. Just beautiful. Okay, so we're slowly getting towards moving there. I'm just trying to decide if we're going to use boxes and what. And like I said, this is where the majority of the struggle bus came in because I couldn't find boxes that were going to work. And then I ended up rearranging things a few times, and I tried the florals. It was just not an overly productive plan with me. Very time consuming. So I decided we're going to lay in some washi, and I quite like the way the washi looks. After I finished this plan with me, I did go in and add some of the iridescent pink to it because I thought it was a nice complement, and it matches fairly well. So you may or may not have spotted it in the thumbnail or the picture on Instagram, but if you're curious to see, those are the 2 places you can catch it. It's not super noticeable, but it's just enough. This spread is, I'm going to tell you, not fun to photograph. It's not fun to photograph. I was contemplating, it's because of the foil, it's not very much fun to photograph, but I was contemplating bringing in the prints, but I didn't want to bring in all those additional colors. So we're just mainly sticking with Cinderella. And her and I, Amanda and I chose Cinderella because Cinderella makes for, I think, a very cute winter type spread, because technically it is still winter, but I am telling you, I am ready for spring. And we haven't even really had that much snow either. We had snow at Christmas, obviously, which is nice because we don't normally get snow for Christmas, but I'm already ready for spring. We haven't had, like I said, much more snow, but I'm ready for spring. I'm looking forward to the longer days. I'm looking forward to sunshine. In our case here in the lower mainland in BC on the west coast, it usually ends up being a lot of liquid sunshine in the spring, but I'm ready for the warmer temperatures. All right, we are back inside the Colorful Boxes books. We're back inside the Princess Magic books because I'm looking for things that are going to work with this spread. And this is where all, I think, the massive time consumption came from. I was going to put that box down. I'm like, oh yeah, right. I was going to put in the snowflakes. So we better get on that. I wanted to do this more so because I thought that the snowflakes kind of gave this magical look, like, you know, because she's got the fairy godmother's got her wand up and she's sort of waving it around to swirl Cinderella into the beautiful blue dress. That's why I figured it would be a nice compliment. So, and like I said, this idea has been stuck with me because Desiree did a spread like this a couple of years ago. I think it was 2 or 3 years ago is what it said when I finally tracked it down. But I'm like, I've seen this spread before. Where have I seen this? Oh yeah, Desiree did one. So if you want to check out her video, I will try to remember to link it in the description. If I forget, please let me know. I try really hard to remember all of it, which is why a lot of the times if I reference something during a video, I will take a minute and I will write it down, because if I don't, sometimes I do forget. And most of the time when I'm going through editing, I'm listening to the video to make sure everything's cool, but I'm also doing something else. So I don't generally catch everything all the time. Again, you know, it's a misnomer that we can multitask, because we really can't. If you're not focused 100% on one thing, things will fall through the cracks, like me forgetting to put links in, because when I've heard me reference something in the video as I'm listening to it, it doesn't resonate. The light bulb doesn't go on in my head and goes, oh yeah, we've got to put that down on the list, right? So my apologies in advance if I accidentally forget stuff. Just let me know in the comments and I usually get it fixed right away. All right, we are finally moving into an area where we're going to start laying in boxes, but I can't make up my mind, excuse me, on exactly where I want this box to go. So we're playing around over here. Yeah, up, down, up, down, up, down. Just a nightmare. That is finally his home, I'm happy to announce. That's where he ends up living. But now, yeah, it's just, I don't know. If I had have realized ahead of time I was going to have so much difficulty with this, what I probably would have opted to do was make my own boxes and match it that way. But I hadn't thought of it. I just grabbed all the stuff and started planning, and then realized how problematic it was going to be. So, but hey, we're moving to a point where we're actually getting stickers down, which is absolutely amazing. So I'm going to take this little Cinderella, and she's, you know, kind of sitting with her feet off the edge of the box, but because she is clear, I want to white out behind her so we don't see the boxes through her dress. And then I'm just going to white out at the top with my Uniball gel pen. And I love my Uniballs. They're awesome. Everything that I mention or use in this video will be linked down below. So if you're on the hunt for something and I can find a link for it, I will put it down below. And they're not all affiliate links. Like, I'm not an affiliate for Happy Planner. I'm not an affiliate for Live Love Posh. I'm not an affiliate for any of those guys. So those aren't affiliate links, but when you do use my affiliate links, I greatly appreciate it when you use them on Amazon and stuff. It means a lot to me. So just a quick little thank you there. All right, so I want to add some snowflakes in and up and around where she's sitting up top to try and bring in that silver onto the other side, because I gotta have balance. It's all about the balance. And then this shoe is cute, right? And of course, in the picture above where she's sitting, she actually is missing her shoe. So that shoe ends up living down in the corner. I'm not 100% sure I like it, but that's where its home is. And at one point I realized, I'm like, where can I find blue pumpkins? And then I realized Homebody Seasons. And I actually had a couple left, which was pretty impressive because I really liked Homebody Seasons. But looking at it too, I haven't really used a lot of those books. I think what it is we have a constant stream of new stuff coming in. So some of our other favorite stuff gets shoved to the back. But a number of you have requested I use some of the older sticker books. So I am making an effort in the next bit to do some plan with me's using the older Happy Planner sticker books. Keeping in mind, I've only been using Happy Planner since 2020, so I don't have a ton of super old stuff, but what I do have that's older, we're gonna pull out and rock and roll. Like, I was thinking a wild styled spread might be good because I haven't done one of those in a while either. And that was a fun book. Okay, so we're just slipping in some bullet points now to sort of round it out and see if I can fill some of these empty spaces. Again, because there's no florals in this spread, my eyes go, ooh, it looks really naked. But all in all, it's not really naked. It's just different from what I normally plan with, because y'all know I love my florals, which is why I actually tried to sneak them in, but they just wouldn't work, which was a bummer because I was like, these would be perfect if they work, but not so much. So I've laid down a quote there. And we're just wrapping up. I think what we're talking about now is, yeah, we're wrapping up. Sorry about that. I had to think for a second. I wanted to slip those birds in. So in final thoughts, again, if you're new to my channel, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here. We're a wonderful community. Please subscribe while you're dropped on in to see us. I want to take an opportunity to thank you all very, very much for watching. You guys mean the world to me, and I know it's a bummer that I've cut back my content a little bit, but it's not forever. It's just for now. Just for now. That's what I keep telling myself. It's just for now. So we're just wrapping up and getting the tools all out of the way. So if you like this video, hit the subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you're new, thank you so much, and I'll see you very soon.